Hello, it's Chris and Derek from Penny's Hot Runs and Customs, back at this. And in case you don't know, in case you're new to the channel, it's a 50 or 49 to 53-ish Studebaker half ton. It's got a Dakota 87 Dakota frame that we did a couple years ago. All brand new brakes, stuff. The rear end is from a late 90s Jeep Grand Cherokee with disc brakes on it. It's a factory posi. I can't remember what the gear ratio is.
373.
373, but we mounted the cab. The box is all basically mounted, not permanent, but so it's got the Dakota frame. We just finished rebuilding a 318 to go in it, and we've modified a Dodge bell housing to hook up to a Chevy 5-speed out of a S10, which is right there. So we've already mocked that up last year. What else have we been... Derek has purchased most of the new moldings for this thing. The window molding, door molding, sweepers, all that stuff. A couple things still have to come. Frank from Frank's Garage, he went in with Derek and bought the same kit for his Studebaker, so doing them at the same time basically. Yes, basically everything's new that's attached to the frame from front to back. Last year had problems with 318 motors. We buy one, they'd say it was good, pull it apart, it's crappy. So we then buy another one, pull it apart, and it's crappy. So then we found one, it ran in the car, and we pulled it out, pulled it apart. It had some issues, but it was very good. Low mileage. It looked like it was low mileage. It's just sludge inside, but from lack of oil changes or lack of actually heating it up and going long distance trips. But that's that one. So it's basically got it was a cut crank. It's a forged crank from a 68 318 and that's an 86 block. So we modified it. Well, didn't modify it, but changed it a bit. So everything's freshened up on there. Just freshly painted a few weeks ago.
And we put a cam in it.
Yeah, cam in it. Got the intake, brand new intake on it. A few more things to button up on it, but so today we're gonna actually throw it inside and get it permanently mounted on the frame. We did have the body all nice and done, but it had to sit outside for a few months, so it got a little bit of surface rust. So Derek's gonna have to sand it down a bit, but it's all surface rust.
It's not that bad, actually.
No, we've done all the body work on here and the cab and the rear fenders. All the body work's been done, and it just needs to be scuffed again and sprayed again.
Not a big deal.
No. Once that happens, then we're going to bring the front end in and start modifying the front end to fit the frame and sand that down and do all the body wear that, while Derek can do most of that stuff while I work inside getting wires plumbed up and all the other miscellaneous little items.
I want this truck on the road. At least if I don't drive it, he's driving it. Somebody's driving it this year.
Yeah, so there's still a lot of way to go. Because we gotta build a gas tank, because we can't use a stock Dakota one because we've modified the frame. It wouldn't work, and we want to use the same outlet. Same factory outlet here, goes through the cab and down to the floor. These trucks don't have, like all Ford and Chevys of this vintage, the gas tank's underneath. the original one. We don't have original one, and the original one, well, we had one, but it was like you could put your fist through rust holes. So.
And you can't even put a gas tank in the back of the cab. There's not enough room.
No, yeah, you can't. Yeah, exactly. It's short cab. People think, oh, just throw a tank underneath the bed. Well, we don't want that, because then you can't have anything in your bed. Really, you can't, like, we're not gonna go that route. We're gonna custom make a yay big size, have some sheet metal and seal it, and it'll be good. It'll work. That way we can get maximum fitment, maximum size in there, and then we just have to worry about getting the drive shaft and exhaust. That's about it. But.
Yeah. I do plan to haul a little bit of stuff in this truck, so.
Yeah. Another thing we've been up to since the Camaros distracted us, we rebuilt this sucker. It's AMC 727. Will be going in my 73 Javelin in the springtime, so getting that back up on the road, hopefully.
Finally.
Yeah, it's been, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years or something. It's been off the road, so we took apart. Well, thanks to Frank again from Frank's Garage. He gave us a seized 400 and a 727 with it, and we took the 727 parts and put it in this case, and it worked perfectly. Went by the book, had a rebuilt kit, everything, put a shift kit in it, everything worked. Well,
in pretty good shape.
Works as the bench works. Yep. Yeah, so enough rambling and getting you caught up. Yeah, we just finished painting the engine mounts for this. Clean them up. We're gonna slap them on and get our cherry picker all straightened out, and hopefully slide it in, and then motor, lift the transmission up, get all that permanently so it's permanent in there. Once that's done, then we can button up our steering.
Yeah.
And we can do the exhaust, all that, wires, gas pedal, all that is done after the engine's in there. So we've mocked some of that stuff up with just a mock-up block before, but that was last year and we've forgotten all that stuff. So we'll get busy and work getting this crap done. Okay, Derek's just finishing tightening up that motor mount, and if you can look closely, it's been modified. We put spacers here, and there to bring the motor mount back, because we had to, when we welded this on, we had to bring it back because of the power steering rack. So we modified the driver's side to move back I don't know, that's 1.25 inches or something like that.
Yeah. Give this room.
Yeah. Getting ready to throw it in. Got the new cam plug in, new frost plugs. So we're just gonna throw the motor in. We'll probably put this, since our it was stuck in the ice outside, and Derek went to pull it out, and it ripped the 2 front casters off. So we're not going to be moving that. We're going to be moving the truck forward. So we'll get this thing set up on a tripod, and we'll show you the real struggle. I got my bolt.
I got the bolt just sitting in here, so I just drop it in. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where the nuts are. They're like a big.
Yeah, they're
You know what they're going
somewhere.
I'll drop it down a bit.
Yeah. Hopefully we have the right oil pan on.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember, Chris. Okay. I don't remember it being this tucked yet in the end, but
Okay, I can go
okay.
forward. Okay. Like
Yeah,
that.
close.
I'm close.
Okay. I'm close.
Yep.
That oil pan should work.
Yep. We picked the right oil pan. We forgot which one we had when we were mopping this thing up.
You getting close to yours?
Yeah, I'm getting close.
My bolt just.
Which way we want this bolt
I'm
going?
in.
Okay, dropper.
Which we're stuck somewhere.
So I'm pretty much in. It's just stuck on the rubber. Can you drop
No,
it?
that's not the oil pan.
No, the rubber just on the mount.
It's not gonna work.
No?
Nope.
It's sitting on the oil pan?
Yeah.
Did we pick the wrong one?
I kind of remember it being a rear stump. You can see it slammed right
Oh
up
yeah.
here.
Son of a.
Get in there, see if I can find the right one. I think we cleaned the wrong one.
Yeah, we went through all that cleaning to. Since we mocked it up like over a year ago. Put away the part somewhere, and then we had several blocks, 318s to be exact, 3 or 4 of them. Apparently we've picked the wrong one, so up the motor, comes the motor, pan goes down, oil pickup tube comes off, find the right oil pickup tube, clean it, find the right pan, clean it, paint it. Pain in the ass. We should have never did that Camaro. The Camaro screwed us. It distracted us from the real project. Hey, back from disaster. Wrong oil pan. Right oil pan. Rear sump, I believe it's a truck oil pan that we managed to scrounge up. I don't know. We have 2 of them. Could just barely find the one. We have like 3 or 4 of those ones. Bad thing is, it's Sunday and Canadian Tire doesn't have a gasket, so none of the other Napa isn't open. Piston ring's not open. So we're going to basically put that oil pan on, just loosely on with no gasket, because there's plenty of room there to slide the oil pan off once we get it in the truck. And I think Derek's making a bronze bushing for there.
If I don't have the right one.
Yep.
I need to make it any one from
On
good bronze.
On the lathe. So after he does that, we'll pop that in, loosely bolt up the new oil pan, or we got to put the water pump, or not the water pump, the oil pump back on. So yeah, issues with just putting a simple motor in a simple truck.
Oh, we just forgot. It's been so long.
Yeah, it's been, that damn Camaro distracted us.
It's always the Chevy problem.
It's a Chevy problem. Okay, attempt number 2, day number 2 of putting an engine in. It takes you guys that long, doesn't it? Or longer? Nope, I just had the... Okay. Down, she goes.
Okay, you ready to go down?
Yep. New pilot bushings in. And the oil pan is just sitting there with no gasket right now. My foot.
Okay. You're closer? Or?
Yep, I'm closer.
Cause I'm just about can drop in.
Yep, I'm good.
I'm in.
Okay, come down then.
Coming down.
Yep. Yeah, it just needs to be wiggled.
You want to go way off? Or?
Yep.
Okay. Go that far that I can go.
Yep. I'm in. It can go down like a quarter of an inch more. It just needs to be wiggled
Oh yeah.
on my side, but
Lots of room from the oil pan. Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I figured we can lift the engine up a little bit, slide. Or
Yeah. I guess we'll leave the. You want to leave the cherry picker on there until we get the transmission?
Yeah, could we just pop that?
Yeah. Instead of putting a jack under, it's already hooked up. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do it like this.
No, we'll bolt it in. That one's just gonna go down just a fraction right there. But it's basically where it's gonna go, and I don't think it needs to come back out.
I'm hoping not.
Ever.
Well, I'm not gonna beat on it.
Hopefully the oil pan, yeah, we should be able to get the oil pan out.
Yeah, well, I know we're gonna have to lift the engine up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we may have to lift the engine up then slightly. Pain in the butt. We should have drones that just deliver oil pan gaskets on Sundays. Hey, we'll tighten it up and maybe clean and paint this sucker. That's our heavy cast iron bell housing. And transmission. Yay! Okay, Derek's just putting the flywheel on, Loctiting the bolts. And yes, we should have put the flywheel on before, but we got this handy hole in the floor here, which isn't quite handy enough. And then I did a very quick clean up and spray all of that heavy cast iron bell housing. Yeah, taking much longer than it usually does with no front end on a truck. We got to find our clutch alignment tool too.
Yeah. Okay. I have a half-assed one here.
Yeah.
I can walk right through that.
We should have a couple of those plastic cheapy ones that come with kits.
I think I know where they are.
Oh, Corey stole them. Right.
So I was collecting them.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Back to the drawing board. Well, the motor's partially in. As you saw, we ran into problems. We ran into another couple problems. But for the good part, the motor's in. The bell housing in. The clutch is in. All that's flywheel, all that's bolted, everything. Bad news is, yeah, we have to basically lift it up to pull the pan off again to get the. We ordered a pan gasket from Rock Auto, so that should be in a few days. Other bad news is that's for a front sump. So we need a longer dipstick from a truck. Yeah, so that sucks. We're going to put the transmission in, but then we found another problem. Our release bearing that we mocked up with, it was a used one. So we never bought a brand new one for this transmission. So we ordered one of those on Rock Auto. So that'll be in a few days. So that sucks, but it's in. It fits good. Plenty of room for getting your fingers in here. It's about level where it should be, roughly. So that's a bonus. Really wanted to get the transmission in there all buttoned up, but that's no bueno, according to Corey. We tested a starter, just an old starter. It worked, but Derek has a newer mini starter sitting in Corey's garage, so we're just gonna grab that and throw it in here. So we didn't bother putting an old starter in there. Yeah, so transmission's still sitting in here. Yeah, that was the one we're going to be using, but it's a used one. And we had to modify this. This is a factory Dodge, and we modified. Derek welded it up to pinch these together to fit the Chevy, because that's a Dodge, and it wouldn't fit. Wouldn't work for this thing. So now we gotta wait.
It's only another week.
Yeah, next weekend when we get back to this, we'll hopefully have all the parts should be in, and we should be able to get some shit done. Transmission in, cross member all in. Still gotta find one of these because it's a long one that goes all the way to the back end of the block. Yeah, we just ordered a bunch of stuff. We ordered this pipe. We ordered cap rotor. Derek already has points and condenser. We just ordered wires. We ordered a new pan gasket. New release bearing. We ordered a voltage regulator. We got a ballast resistor for it. We ordered a starter, Ford starter solenoid. That's what I like to use. Yeah, so all that should be coming in this week. So next week, it would be a stretch to get it fired, but maybe I can cobble together some wires and get it running. He already has a brand new alternator, but we'll wait for other things. Yeah, so a little bit ups and downs and ups and downs, 2 steps forward and 5 million steps backwards. But yeah, that's what shit happens when you build hot rods. And
Yeah.
so thanks for watching, and we'll get back to this soon and pump out some more videos on this. And hopefully get it running. Make some loud noises according to Corey. So thanks for watching, and like always, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.